Welcome back, friends. It is time for our weekly Survivor recap. It is season 49. We are on episode 3, which was titled The Lovable Losers. And honestly, I am in love with the losers.
It is true. It's not a lie at all.
I know. So let's kick it off with said lovable losers, the Kella tribe, the most unlucky so far this season, okay?
Yep.
So they are down to their core 4, depleted of supplies, energy, morale. They haven't gotten any flint to even start a fire or
machete
cook
to
food.
cut those coconuts up.
Yeah.
So they're struggle bussing.
Struggle bussin', okay. Sophie's alliances are with Jake and Jeremiah. However, Alex has the immunity idol. So yeah, they're down to the core 4, but now it's kind of like,
They're like,
who do I pair up with? Who do I pair off
they're like, we have to vote out one of our alliance members at this point. And Sophie's kind of like, oh, well, maybe I can try to flush the idol with Alex,
Yeah.
She's like, she's trying to see where she goes. And her and Jeremiah seem to strike up a little bit more of a relationship in this episode.
Because Jake and Alex have a total bromance going on. Like
absolutely.
they are BFFs.
They don't hide it.
No, exactly.
either.
So they're paired up. So then kind of leaves Sophie with just Jeremiah. But again, that core 4, things are shaky ground.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So perfect. We'll get to what happened to one of the Kella tribe members. But let's now check in with the Uli tribe. They're still killing it.
They are.
They love each other. They are a big time vibe.
But you can see the cracks are forming because with Sage starts to get into people's minds, and she's like, I don't trust Rizzo and Shannon. I saw them talking. Like, girl, of course they're gonna talk.
Yeah.
What else do you have to do on the island?
On the island, you got all the time in the world to talk.
And
so
it's a game.
Yeah.
So then, Savannah tells that to Savannah, and Savannah goes and tells Shannon. So Sage is on the radar there now too.
Yes, as is Juwan. Because again, even from the beginning, first 2 episodes, he's kind of been a loner within the group. So Sage and Juwan are outside of the core 4 bubble, and that tribe still has all 6 members.
Right.
So like you said, Charlie, Sage is kind of worried about her place in the tribe and like where she stands. But she does kind of let us into how she grew up. And unfortunately, poor girl was always like the outcast friend. Like people would use her until they didn't need her and then cast her aside. So she, I think, is starting to feel those feels again of like, where do I fit in?
Right.
And, I guess we'll see what happens. Because again, they haven't been on shaky ground. They've been cruising.
No, and when they have that first tribal council, it'll be interesting to see where they go. So.
Yeah, Hina tribe. I'll let you take this one.
So, Hina, they're all just kumbaya-ing, and they're like, you know what? Why don't we all go look for the Beware advantage? It's here somewhere. Which I'm kind of like, I guess. But they stick together a little bit more than I would have expected. Like, if I'm looking for an idol, I don't want somebody else to know when I found it.
Yeah.
And MC is the same way. Her and Steven kind of have this little alliance going on. They're like, we don't want them to know we have this friendship going on, so they split with the other people to go search. MC actually ends up finding the Beware advantage, and she's able to sneak it where she's like, nobody else knows around her.
I like how she was like, I found it in some wet stuff, and I had to put it in my pants, and I don't really think I should have done that because, well, it's my pants, and I wasn't wearing underwear. And I was just like, oh, God, MC, I feel you.
Right.
I feel you.
And so she does tell Steven. But like the other Beware advantages we've had found, they can't use it until they lose their first immunity challenge, and then they can go find their idol. So right now, MC does not have a vote until she gets that idol, which, kind of fine considering they haven't gone to tribal yet. But when she's gonna have to really get into it when it's time.
Okay, so we teased it last week. Something happens to a member of the Kella tribe. And unfortunately, it's my favorite guy, Jake.
I know, I was thinking about you during this episode.
I'm like, wellness check, please. But so basically, Jake is just sitting by the ocean, enjoying the view, getting his feet wet, literally, sitting in the sand and just kind of reflecting. And out of nowhere, a black and white banded snake comes up and gets him right on the bottom of the foot. And at first, Jake is like, I just got bit. Like, hey, come over and look at it. But then it instantaneously, or from what it looks like, they get him off the island to medical ASAP.
Because it's a extremely venomous snake. And I will say, this is the first time I have seen base camp. in an episode.
Yeah.
I was very surprised that they actually showed us. I mean,
Took us behind that curtain.
Yeah, and Jeff was even like, we wanted to be up front and show what was going on because they took him all the way to base camp. They had the doctors check him out. Thankfully, the doctor said it was a dry bite.
A dry bite, which
So no
means
venom.
no venom was, transferred from
Yeah.
the snake to Jake. However, though, Dr. Barry, who is in charge, doesn't feel comfortable
Yeah.
with sending Jake back into the survivor
Right.
environment because already, again, too many uncontrolled variables.
No food.
No food, no water.
No energy, highly emotional state, right, at that point in time,
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of a blessing in disguise since his wife was pregnant, maybe better to,
Get him off the island.
but
Not good for the Keller
Not good
tribe.
for the Keller
Because
tribe,
they're
right.
already, how
Yeah.
many people down now? 3?
right, because the doctors do decide, we're not
You
going
got
to
to go home. Yeah, you got to go back to Canada. So Jake is pulled from Survivor. Like I said, Keller Tribe is down to 3 people. Okay, so now we've got a challenge.
Yes.
And they're playing for a giant tarp and 2 hammocks. And then for second place, it was just the 2.
Mm-hmm. the tarp.
Just the tarp.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just the tarp. Okay.
Yeah.
So Shannon, Jawan, and Rizzo sit out of this challenge
Mm-hmm.
from that tribe. And then Sophie, MC, and Matt sit out of the challenge for the Hina tribe.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So let's talk about the challenge.
Yeah. So for this challenge, one tribe member goes first. They have to climb up this tower, jump off of it, swim out, and there's just basically this obstacle course. It's a fun little teeter-totter, which I was like, that could be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Floating platforms, and then once they get to the end, then the other 2 go. And then per Survivor challenge, a puzzle at
puzzle.
the end.
Yes.
Now, Kella was really doing good.
They were in the lead.
They were in the lead, and I was like, okay, guys, you've got this.
This
You've
is
got
it.
this. Go, go, go. And then, per typical, what happens? The puzzle gets them.
The puzzle.
I don't
gets
think
them.
they got more than 5 pieces of that
And it
puzzle
was
put together.
Jeremiah and Alex putting together the puzzle.
Yeah, and you
So-
could just see the defeat across Sophie's face as it kept going on. And I felt really bad. I really wanted them to win. Per usual, Hina came out on top again.
Yet again, Hina.
So they're safe, and then Uli came. They were in the back for most of the time, and then they came back.
And then they came back, got second place. So, of course, Hina and Uli safe from tribal council. Kella is headed back for the 4th time?
Third time.
Third time.
Third time.
Sorry,
yeah.
third time. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is where, again, we start to see that the alliances kind of crumble because
Right.
I was sold on Sophie and Jeremiah sticking together.
Yeah, I was as well because Sophie wanted to get rid of the idol, and Alex is a big threat, anyways. So, she even was spying on him and Jeremiah when they were talking. So we get to the actual tribal council,
Yes.
and surprisingly, Alex. Well, not surprisingly, Alex does use his idol.
Yes.
He would have been
He saves
foolish to
himself.
not,
Yeah.
in my opinion. And then I was surprised that Jeremiah ends up going home, that Sophie voted
for
Jeremiah. I was like, where was
so
that?
Mad.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
I was very surprised. I expected it to be Alex, and then Alex's deciding vote would be who goes home.
Exactly.
So it was interesting.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see how quickly Sophie did turn. Like she fooled Jeremiah saying we're going to
But-
vote for each other, but then she also went behind his back.
There might be something in the editing we didn't, they left out.
Exactly.
So we might not know that.
Yeah.
But-
So Jeremiah is sent home. Now the Keller tribe is down to 2 people.
Yes. But this next week,
Yes, I'm so excited.
we have the tribe swap going on. So we'll see if we go to 3 different tribes or if they're going to tribe swap them into 2.
I don't know who to root for anymore now that Jake's gone. Jeremiah was
Right.
going to be my second.
I love
the underdogs.
I do like Alex though too.
Do you?
I do. I mean, he's a little cocky, I feel like sometimes, but I like him though.
Yeah. So
So-
we'll see. That is coming up next week. And I'm excited to see the dynamics now shift yet again.
Right?
So.
Me too.
All right, you guys, Survivor 49, episode 4 is coming up, and we're going to, of course, recap it per usual. We'll see you then.